Well. Thank you very much for joining us. This is Serious Matters on ONIF TV. My name is Olukunle Abraham, and of course we have serious matters to discuss, and that is not away from what happened at the NBA conference that had a number of our presidential candidates, in attendance. There, we remember we had Atiku Abubakar, we had Labour Party presidential candidate, the person of Peter Obi, and also we had the Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the candidate of the APC, ably represented by his deputy, his running mate. And so before I began this discussion, I'd like us to watch this summary. It's a summarized video of what transpired there, which I'm sure so many of you had seen. So many of you have seen those videos, and ranging from the costume of the Shettima, which has now become a vogue now. Of course, you saw even the spokesperson of the APC doing the same. He has come out to do the same, like I represent also. I'm part of it. You see that picture beside me there. So is it see your guy? See as he so funny. But then I do not know whether that was intentional. But then before, let's not even just go, let's not go too fast, so that I will allow you to watch this video, and let's do a proper analysis of what you can see. You see, how far we can see will determine how far we go. That is the truth. How far you can see determines how far you go. Except you see properly, everything before you looks like a mirage. Mirage. You just keep seeing, and you're like, oh, is that it or it's not? Is that it or it's not? Let's listen. Let's listen to these guys. Let's see what they have in stock. What they have in stock. Okay, so we're going to see them now in a moment.
Had all the negative indices as far as our country. Today we are more disunited as a nation. We have never experienced this level of poverty. We have never experienced this state of insecurity. We have never experienced this level of unemployment. We have recognized all these negative developments in our history. What is important is how do we tackle these challenges. History and also experience beckon on us to make sure that we don't get it wrong at this point in time. Otherwise, if we get it wrong at this point in time, I don't know when we will ever get it right.
Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has established an excellent track record of performance. He has mentored men and women who are excelling in different fields of human endeavor. And the world is changing. And the trajectory of global growth is facing Africa, and Nigeria will make or mar that transition. And as Chinua Achebe said, the problem of Nigeria is purely and essentially that of leadership. Once we get the leadership question right, everything will fall into place. In this age when others are talking of artificial intelligence, when others are talking of nanotechnology, of biotechnology, we need a leader who has the skill set, who has the understanding of the global economy to shepherd us in this age. And if you get one, you are getting one for free. He's the city boy. I am the golden boy of Zenith. In Jim Obia's world, the sole barometer for assessing people is your level of competence and your input.
Nigeria needs urgent transition from being a highly insecure country to a secure country, from a disunited country to a united country. What are we going to do very quickly to come out of this? Very quickly, you need to have a visionary, articulated, competent leadership to start turning around this. So next year, the time is up. I'll take it that next year, the election you're going to have next year will not be about, remember, it is not about tribe, no religion, not connection, not entitlement. It must be election about character, competence, capacity, and commitment to deliver.
It was interesting. It was an interesting time to see, to hear Peter Obi say, whoever is going to become, the president, or whoever is going to become the leader of Nigeria, must be an articulate person. And of course, it threw the whole place up in uproar. Yes, but then you should also see the kind of welcome that he got when of course he was kind of like, should I say that he was almost smuggled out of the place. That's the person of Peter Obi. Yeah, let's see this.
Follow
All right, that was Peter Obi leaving the venue of the conference, and of course we saw, how, he was being mobbed and practically being smuggled out of the place because people wanted to take pictures with him and all of that. He has gained so much attention, and I think he has become a movement in Nigeria, considering the candidates that we have at the moment. I showed you a video at the beginning of this particular clip at the beginning of this video, and then that was a video of one of the APC chieftains wanting to do an interview, and it was as if those young guys have already planned that they were going to disrupt that interview, and you saw what they eventually did to disrupt the thing. That tells you that Nigerians are tired, especially the young ones. The young ones are tired. It has become so bad that even the so-called fraud guy, the boys who do yahoo and all of that, who do criminal things, they are even hurting themselves. I saw in the news earlier on today of a young man, 2-3 guys, planned the execution of one of them because he was making more money in their fraudulent business, where what people call yahoo and all of that. Yes, it has become so bad. It has become so bad. The insecurity, the everything, the economy is terrible. The economy is terrible. And like I was telling a group of persons yesterday, I said, look, if nothing is done very quickly, a lot of people are going to sell their cars. It's not a bad prophecy. Because, take for instance, once subsidy is removed and people have to buy fuel at the rate of, say, about 450 or 500 naira, that's going to probably the minimum per liter, then And at the moment now, a car that was being bought or that was being cleared for 600,000 before is now being cleared for 2.5 million. Who's going to buy those ones? That's like closing the door against the average Nigerian from using cars. Because what people have been leveraging on are the Tokumbo cars. And so, when we listen to these guys, because of our time, I can't just, I don't want to start showing you all these, all the clips again. Now, you see, when you listen to all these people, first of all, Asiwaju was not in that place, and I feel, for me, I feel that that place will have been a very good platform for all the candidates, not a platform where you send somebody in. I don't know. But then some persons already garnered the opinion that, look, are you sure this is it not going to be a repeat of what we already had before, where we will not be seeing our president and we would only be seeing the vice president. The vice president will be the one only talking to us and all of that. You see, people are beginning to think deep. People are beginning to think deep. If this event was held in Lagos there, if this event was held in Lagos, I do not know the itinerary of the presidential candidate of the APC, but then I feel that, you know, instead of sending somebody, look at Atiku Abubakar was there. Atiku Abubakar was there. And it was beautiful to hear Atiku speak off paper. It was beautiful to hear him speak off paper. I don't know if you agree with me. It was beautiful to hear him, see him speak off paper. Peter Obi did the same thing. Shettima did the same thing. And Peter Obi ended up being articulate. And I think the other ones were obedient and useful. you know, so everybody is walking into themselves. But personally, I feel that the speech, these three persons gave different type of speech. And I feel that the speech, my own opinion, this is serious matters once again. Don't forget, you are free to drop your comment, but like I would always say, make them simple and civil. Now, I feel that the speech of Peter Obi was more practicable and realistic. Anybody can pick that from the shelf and work with it. Yeah, and by the way, they are all contestants. They are all contestants. Nobody has won the race. So the speech of Atiku Abubakar is not an issue of whether Atiku knows what the problem is. Atiku knows what the problem is. From his speech, it is glaring that this guy knows. He also knows something upstairs there. He knows where the problem went from. He knows where the issue went from. So that's not an issue. But then, when you now listen to Shettima, I feel yes, he had come to market his boss, but I feel that he should have come more with solution on the table, not just marketing what his boss has done in Lagos. Not just because this is not Lagos. Nigeria is not Lagos. Everybody that you see in that place, I mean, Atiku Abubakar was a vice president. I hope you remember. He wasn't vice president of a state. He was vice president. He was not deputy governor. He was a vice president of the whole country. So he's not a small person too. Labour Party candidate is not a small person. He was a governor too. Yes, and he even had issues. So, but then, yes, it's understandable. It took Lagos from this level to this level, from this level to that level, from this level to that level. However, I would have expected, just my own opinion, I expected I would bring solution, a general solution to the table. A perspective from which, his boss sees things. That's my own opinion. And like I said, you're free to drop your comment, make them simple. And as much as possible, make them simple. Don't be rude. Because you're also entitled to whatever you say. You'll be held responsible for it. So you better just be very careful what you say on this platform. So, so let's look at the three. Just put aside about being, because of course, whether you say it or not, one person would actually have to win. One person will have to win. It said for all run in the race, but one wins. One gets the prize. One gets the prize. Do you understand? One gets the prize. Peter Obi sounds more like a businessman. Do you understand? He sounds more like a businessman. Also, Atiku is a businessman too. But Peter Obi's kind of business, of course, you know the Igbo mindset and all of that. Yes, we might not like it, but the truth. Yes, and I am not saying personally, I'm not saying that there won't be some, toughness in his own type of leadership if he's to become governor or if he's to become president. If he becomes president, I'm not saying that, I'm not promising personally. I'm not saying that, oh, go and vote for Peter Obi. He's going to be smooth all the way. Oh, come on. That was what we got this last time. And look at where we are today. You understand? Now, people said, I listened to a radio show and somebody called in and said, look, if Asiwaju is saying, I know this, I can do this, I can do this, why didn't you give, you are the one who presented the incumbents to us. You are the one who presented the current administration, the current leadership to us. And it was taken from you. We accepted him. We voted him in. And look at where we are today. Look at how bad things have become. And so people are wondering, if you knew all this, if you say you know this much, why did you not give this secret or this solution to this person so that you can, I remember in the course of the original complete clip of Atiku's speech, he said they were going to continue from, continue, okay. It's even, that is the scary part of their statements, of their speech. When Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu comes and says, we'll continue from where Buhari stopped, and we are like, hey, you mean where we are now is just going to be the beginning? No, like seriously. Just, that of course, that's just on the lighter mode, but that's what comes to mind immediately. Like, oh, you mean you are going to continue from where this one ended? But then, I think the summary of it all is that we should be wise in our decision. We should be wise in our decision making. Come 2023, it's a determinant year. It's going to be an interesting one, and it's like, just like Peter Obi said, it's not going to be one that will be bordered around religiosity. It will have to be about competence. It will have to be about character. It will have to be about commitment rather. It will also be about being fair, equity and justice, and not about connection, not about who you know or how much you have and all of that. I remember somebody was saying, oh, he doesn't have 50 million, and some people are already coming out as volunteers. So I don't think that's going to be an issue, But like I would always say, I pray that if Peter Obi becomes president, God help him to deliver. And that's not that. My issue is not who becomes president. Even if Asiwaju becomes president, he should deliver. He should deliver. That's the deliver. Everybody is choked. He's choking seriously. So may God help us. Well, so many issues around the globe at the moment. Maybe we just mention a few of them. IGP Police Service Commission are in fresh disagreements over recruitment. We also have Arewa Youth Storms NNPC demands termination of Topolo's surveillance contract. Of course, with that particular story, that contract was cut the moment this administration came in. They felt they were losing so much to that. That day the contract was about 4 billion or thereabout at that time, and this guy was helping to do a surveillance on the pipelines and everything. And I understand that during the period when he was handling that, there was there was this cut on oil theft, which of course you look at when you listen to the full clips of Peter Obi's speech. He mentioned that so much has been stolen, and so at every month, just for 1 month, we are losing about 1.3 trillion naira to oil theft alone. And so I feel that once that loophole is blocked, every other thing will be sorted. But the Arewa youths, I don't know, maybe they feel sidelined, as far But then we will see how that comes out in due town. Shekarau dumps NNPP. He may return to APC. Kwakwanso says Shekarau betrayed us. Shekarau betrayed us. Said two Yahoo boys slay their friend in Oshun for being richer than them. 2